In this video, I want to talk to you about niacinamide because although niacinamide is one of the best ingredients I find for the majority of people's skin, so dry, oily, combo, aging skin, niacinamide really, I call it the sporty spice for a reason, but you can OD on this stuff. And it's important to understand because some people even have some allergies to it. And I want to make sure that you understand. You're like, I've been using some product for a while and I can't figure it out. All of a sudden I'm getting this irritation. I'm getting this reaction. And a lot of the time, this especially came out when niacinamide came out from The Ordinary. It came out in 10%. And what we didn't realize at the time is the therapeutic level is technically 5%. Now, yes, some people can technically get away with 10%, even twice a day, every day, but a lot of people can't. And so, of course, when it comes to skincare, we're always looking at balancing the skin, and niacinamide will work. You just got to give her time. And I find that having niacinamide in the skincare ingredient list is probably more effective than actually taking it and putting it in separately. And unless, of course, you're doing something specific like trying to reduce pigmentation or trying to do more oil control. That's where this sucker comes into play. But 10% would only be used once a day as opposed to twice a day. And again, there's a lot of formulas out there in their creams, in toners, in any type of other compound. Sometimes some peptides have extra in there as well, or extra serums will have some niacinamide in there. So the whole point about this video is to make you aware that 5% is perfect. 5% can be used twice a day, every day. It is safe for all skin types, unless, of course, you have a sensitivity. Now, there is also some information out there about, can I use niacinamide with vitamin C? Yes. The issue is in formulating when you're using niacinamide with a vitamin C. I would recommend, just from a formulation point of view, you might want to avoid those because they can actually, because they work at 2 different pH levels. And again, depending on the version of vitamin C, don't worry about having that in your vitamin C, but it's okay to use with a vitamin C. It's just you don't want them paired together in an actual formula. That's where things get just a little bit tricky. So niacinamide, remember, you can become allergic to it. You can get what's called contact dermatitis, where you get an excess amount of niacinamide within your skin, and it just does the exact opposite. It starts to break your skin out. It starts to get a lot of irritation, redness, dryness. It, again, does the exact opposite. So niacinamide is completely safe to use around the 5% mark. And like I said before, look at the rest of your ingredient list on the rest of your skincare products and make sure you don't overdo the niacinamide, because chances are, if you're developing some sort of sensitivity or things aren't feeling right, just double check you're not ODing on it. Because like I said before, 5 is fine. 10, you got to be really, really careful. Certain skin types can get away with it, but in general speaking, I like to do just 10 once a day or 5 twice a day. That's pretty much where you want to be. So I hope this helped clarify some things that you may have heard about niacinamide. Safe to use with vitamin C. It's when it's formulated together that it can be an issue. Don't worry about that. All my favorite ones, of course, are on my shelf. You can use your vitamin C, like I said, in conjunction with other products and your niacinamide. But at the same time, I want to make sure that people are using it smart and they're not overdoing it. And if you do have any further questions, please feel free to write them on the forum. That's what it's there for. I'm usually really good at getting back within 24 to 48 hours. The only time I will not respond is on the weekend. That is for my family. And of course, on Mondays, which is my admin day. So I hope you found this helpful. Thank you for your patience.